You work some more on your house. What? Fuck that shit. I used to do that, fool. I'm talking because I used to do that.
Right. When somebody presents their case, is this is what I did, this is what I did, this is what I did, right?
Uh-huh.
It's not about what they saw, and I think that kind of changes everything. If I go in and tell everybody a sob story about why it's okay for them to leave early, it's okay for them to not come that day, even though in theory, and there's statistics, and I'm sure there's been studies about this, workers are more efficient and they get work done on a faster pace when they have a work balance schedule.
Somebody that maybe doesn't do 1.8 million, maybe gets a million, but trains everyone fucking else to make a million. What are you gonna fucking do now? Me and Omar are arguing right now because
I'm still
because he's a fucking asshole. I'm gonna fucking work for that asshole. Welcome back, and welcome back again to the number one Latino podcast in the world. I'm Emo.
I'm Omar.
This is the Why Podcast.
Why, bro?
Why not, Carnelio? Why not?
If you are a new viewer, please make sure you guys like, subscribe, comment, and most important, turn on your notification. We post every Wednesday, 9 a.m. We haven't missed. We don't plan on missing. And I said the most important, right? But we don't plan on missing.
Anyways, me and Omar are arguing right now because first, la gente chinga that, oh, okay, man, there's no job. It's hard out there. And when they get a fucking job, they complain they work so many hours.
Yeah.
What the fuck is up with that, bro? What do you think it is?
I'm not complaining.
Yeah, I guess Omar, look, for me, my priority is my family.
Right.
That's my priority.
Right.
Omar's priority?
My priority?
Yeah. Because he doesn't mind working 12 hours.
I really don't, bro.
Which is crazy to me. So that's what I'm saying. I get mad because I'm like, I go in when there's no sun, and I come out when there's no sun. I am grateful, though. I'm truly grateful to God for the opportunity, obviously. But I mean, now that I'm seeing, especially my little kids are small right now, it's missing their milestones. I mean, we can't, unfortunately, we can't have the best of both worlds. Maybe we can.
We can.
Maybe we can. But I haven't found the way.
Yeah, no, I don't know. You bring a good point, though. You bring a really good point. I think
Maybe
balance. No, I think balance is key, way.
For sure.
I think we go through. For me, I went through this 6-month period where it's like work, right? No days off. Like really, literally, no days off. Whether I was sick or not, no days off, right?
Well, because you wanted to.
Because I couldn't.
You couldn't take any. You were sick.
I couldn't.
No,
No. You could have. You
Yeah,
you just choose not to.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, you just choose not to look bad, right?
Of course.
So for me, it was more like work. But then, yeah, I do understand what you're saying, bro. As far as like, my little girl was going to Disneyland way. My wife was taking days off, and they were both at the house. And I wanted to be home. Without a doubt, I really wanted to be home. Getting videos from them, getting pictures from them. But I was like, I think it's good to work, but I think it's good to be off work, right? Balance, right? Hopefully I get to do more stuff now, like going to Disneyland or going to a park or just picking them up from school, whatever. But I think it's good. You asked me a question that got me thinking right now. What's important to you?
What's priority? Yeah, I think I said that because before I got married, we established communication with my wife, and we kind of made it like, hey, dude, it's family over everything, to be honest, way. So family over everything, and that's always been our main focus. Our kids are our main concern and priority over everything. We go over work, over everything, way. So obviously,
when you say over work, what does that mean? What is that?
Well, coming from a very flexible schedule, way, when you have like 980s,
right?
People don't know, working from home, hybrid, the flexibility of having that job, you get to love it because you get to spend a couple of times in your house with your family, way, not be away. As you spend more time in the house with your family than you are away.
Right.
It's not for everyone. Not a lot of people like that. I enjoyed it too.
Right.
I enjoy being at home. So
because I just want to add to that. There's a lot of people that do have the option to work from home,
and they don't.
That's
what I'm saying. That's not for everyone. A lot of people don't like it, which is what I'm saying. That's not people. People not like it, don't like it, and it's fine. I'm not judging it. It's not for everyone. In my personal opinion, I enjoy it because I get to see my family, my kids here. I get to have breakfast with them, lunch with them, dinner with them. You know what I mean? And and that's something I really enjoy myself.
Right.
Not a lot of people are like, no, I can't. I'll work from home. I won't get shit done.
Yeah.
That's what else.
Yeah.
Like, oh, that's another problem.
That's another problem.
Yeah, that's another
Yeah,
problem.
yeah.
Like, I can't help you with that. But I think me and my wife have a really good communication and flexibility with our jobs. Well, she has. I had before.
Let's focus on that for a little bit, okay? Because I agree with you 100%, right? The times that I work from home, it's good to be around the kids, but the family too. Because obviously, you know that my in-laws live in the front. And it's always good to, like, go out there, go outside, check in with them, see how they're doing. And the fact that they even see you home, they're like, oh, do you want something to eat? Or do we should all get Starbucks this morning? You know what I mean? It's more like now we're bonding. I'm working, but now we're bonding because we're doing stuff that they would have done if I wasn't there, right? So I get that 100%. And I think, I get that. Now let's go back to the concept of, like, choosing family over work, right? Choosing family over everything, right? When you say choosing family over everything, just for me and for the viewers, for the 3 viewers that watch this, what is that? How do you define that? At what point are you in a position where you're choosing your work over family, or you have to choose your family over work?
In my opinion, I feel like when you choose work is when you're working more than 12 hours, bro.
More than 12 hours
a day.
A day, okay.
Yeah, obviously you're more than half, or not even half, but half of the day working.
Right.
So, what's priority there? The job, no? If you're spending more time with the job than your kids,
right?
I think that's
a good, okay.
That's my opinion.
Right, but
then again,
can somebody make the argument that say, well, I need to work.
Of course, that's what I'm saying.
Right, I need to work to be able to make sure that my kids eat.
And
I need to work in order to put roof on top of my kids. I need to work in order for my kids to enjoy certain things that I never had. Let's say
this is me going from a very flexible schedule for work
right.
to a very rigorous schedule of work. So that's what I'm saying. Like, dude, it's a good paying job. I'm not saying it's a good paying job. What I do, it's cool. I enjoy it. I get it's something new, right? But I'm seeing more. It's like, damn, I'm spending more time here now because when I go in, there's no sun. When I come out, there's no sun.
Right.
Dude, all day I was there. When I come home, maybe like around 5:30, 5:40.
Right.
I'm gonna be with my kids for 2 hours because they go to sleep at 7. They put them to sleep for 2 hours.
Yeah.
Then I'm fucking tired because I've been drained all fucking way.
Of course.
So I want to go to sleep. To wake up and do this shit over and over.
Right.
That's what I'm talking about. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy to me. I mean, for some people it's a norm, and that's cool. But for me, coming from a fucking nice flexible schedule,
but can you remove the coming from that schedule? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, it's not there for a reason, right?
Yeah.
But can you remove that? And can you, like, because nobody knows what you know what I mean?
Okay.
Nobody like
So before my other job, I used to get
no. I get that way, but I'm saying, can you remove that? And saying, like, because they're like, yeah, well, I mean, because it's very that schedule.
It's common.
It's not common way.
It is common. What?
The 980?
Oh, I understand.
The 980, the 410s. Those that's not common way. 312s from a let's say business or owner corporation. That's not efficient, right?
The biggest corporations do that, so I don't know what you're talking about.
What do you mean?
The biggest corporations, they have that schedule. Even fucking in the city, they have that schedule. What are you talking about?
No. Okay, bro. There's big corporations that have it, but it's not common. After COVID, it became common. But even then, bro, even government, yeah.
After COVID, that became more common?
Yeah, the working from home, yes.
Oh, hybrid. Oh, no, I'm talking about, no. 90 days always been a schedule. We just have never fucking had a company that dealt with it way.
Okay, so let me tell you, how many jobs have you had in your whole life?
3.
In the 3 jobs, how many times did you have that schedule?
2.
You had the 980s?
No, 980, I had 410s. What?
You have 410s?
Yes. What? My first job, I had the regular schedule Monday to Friday.
Right.
It was from 6 to 2 or 6 to 3, I don't know what it is. 5 days.
Mm-hmm.
Then I went to over there at DHL, and I was 410s over there.
Right.
So that's already a schedule. 410s, right?
Right.
4
but
hours.
That wasn't the best schedule. Let's say it wasn't the best schedule either, bro.
I like the schedule. It worked with my lifestyle at the moment, fool.
Right, I understand, but
yeah, it was a good schedule. I never complained about that schedule.
Well, you did. You complained a lot, actually. You complain with Ahmed. You complain all the time.
Oh no.
That was like the worst schedule you had. That's what we said. That's all fucked up how they punked you for that schedule.
Oh no, that was in the beginning. No, in the beginning when I
Yeah.
first started. When I first yeah. Okay, when I first started, yeah, I had the not the third shift schedule. It was the
Right.
worst schedule ever because I was coming new.
Right.
Cool, but I only did that for a couple of months. I think it was like 7 months. Obviously, I'm new. I had to grow in it. After they changed me to still daytime schedule, but it was from 3 to 11:30
Mm-hmm.
or 2 to whatever it is. Two to it was 10 hours, whatever the fuck it is. And yeah, I did that the second shift, and then when I got a little bit more seniority, whatever it is, they put me in the first shift. But by that time, I was already checking out.
Yeah.
So yeah. At first, it wasn't the best schedule, but I was just 6 months away. After that, I was like, I was golden. It was cool. I didn't like the drive. The drive was far.
Yeah. Well,
That was
that
what
was
it is.
yeah. I know, yeah.
There's always gonna be
That was, yeah. I get
It's always gonna be
it.
something, right? But I think, after that, I was like, dude, that's a sick schedule. And when I came over here, I was like, fuck, I had 410s. I'd rather have 410s over here. 410s Monday to fucking Thursday, Agosto, way.
Yeah.
And every Friday off. You know what I mean? But no. So coming from a 410 schedule, which is working 4 days, 10 hours, and then you're off 3 days.
Right.
I came over here to a 980 schedule, which is working 9 hours, 4 days, and then the 5th day I work 8 hours, and then I'm off every other Friday. So every other Friday I used to have 3 day weekends. Same thing with there. I used to have Friday, Saturday. I used to have Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I'll work Sunday through Wednesday. I think it was the best schedule because even then on Sundays I'll go in a little later, so I could still have Saturday. I used to gig on Saturdays and still rest and go on Sunday. Agosto.
Yeah. I do remember that.
And
I think a big factor that plays into it is the type of job, right?
yeah, the
Because
demand.
yeah.
No, but even then, I think you can still do it. If we have enough people, there could be a way to arrange a way. There's always a way to arrange things if you have enough people and coordinate. Like you could do it. It could be done.
Okay. From this perspective, as far as the worker and having the what they call, because there's countries that implemented that.
Exactly.
I think
go to lunch
Canada,
and go home.
I think United Kingdom, they've done that.
And they're saying
Where it's a lifestyle. Yeah, it's a lifestyle. It's a working life balance. That's what they call it, right? And it's common in other countries. In here, profits, right? It's all about making sure. But I think from our perspective, as far as like getting the job done or working for somebody, I think it's easy for us to say, hey, it could be done, right? But I think from a management perspective, or above management, I would say, I think it's very difficult for them to even. Yeah, it's okay for them to work from home. It's okay for them to leave early. It's okay for them to not come that day. Even though in theory, and there's statistics, and I'm sure there's been studies about this, workers are more efficient and they get work done on a faster pace when they have a work balance schedule. But I think corporations struggle doing that, bro.
Yeah, I think it's gonna change because they still have all these dino executives working there, so they have the
Right.
mentality of the old age way.
Right.
So when New Year's come in, fool, we're gonna have all that flexibility. Yeah, go for home.
Well, you can. That's a good theory, but they're gonna fucking squish the whole juice you have already, right?
Omar, if you're seeing productivity be more better and efficient when people go and fucking work from home than actual being on site way, what are you gonna choose, bro? Are you gonna choose just to have people inside, just to have them on site, or choose the more efficient way that productivity is going higher? You see, there's two different things.
Right.
So now, obviously, there's jobs you need to be on site to work.
Yeah.
With. There's the on-site demand, but there's other jobs that maybe in a couple of years it's not even gonna be here because AI is gonna take over.
Yeah, you're right.
You know what I mean? So it's not even gonna be there because transactionally wise, it's gonna be taken over by AI. Way. And it's gonna be more efficient, better efficient, everything efficiency. Way. So all these jobs that we have that we're complaining like, oh man, schedule, it might not even be here in fucking 10 years, way. But going back to the schedules, a lot of people are used to working 9 to 5s, way. That's what's like, oh, I'm working 9 to 5. Shit, man.
No,
once you go to this 980 schedule and the 410s, you're like, dude, 312s. Why the fuck would I come in 5 days, 8 hours when I could do? You're basically already there, so I might just work another 2 more hours, 3 more hours, and you already have the 12-hour shift. Literally, when I go into on site, there's securities that work there. When I go in, they're there. When I come out, they're there. Wait,
yeah.
I'm like, dude, you guys don't break. Like he's like, no, yeah. I'm like, what do you guys work 312s? He's like, yeah, I work 312s. I'm like, that's sick. I'm like, yeah, I like it, bro. 312s and you get 4 days off?
Yeah,
bro, sign me up.
Yeah,
I'm already there working fucking 10 hours, 11 hours. What's another hour we're gonna do? 6 to 6.
Yeah, I think it does depend. It depends a lot on the type of work that you do. I think that plays a huge factor because a couple of my coworkers, they've had jobs where it's like 1 week on site, 1 week off.
But that's what I'm saying. I think once you get used to a good rhythm of a working schedule way, and you go back to a regular one, is like you dread it, bro. It's like when you try, like what I told you before, when you try that Prime, that fucking carne, I'm like, fuck that shit, it's bomb as fuck. And then you go try to the shit we used to eat and shit, like, what the fuck? Like, what is this nasty ass shit? You don't want to go back to that shit. You want to go back to where you were good.
Yeah, wait, I'm still processing.
Yes.
I haven't even processed anything, to be honest, because I haven't gotten there. But I'm saying, like,
You don't know what
I,
to expect.
I don't know what. Yeah, I don't know. Say, okay, from my perspective, right? I've never had a 980 or a 410s or 312s, right? For me, it's more like 8 hours overtime. Fuck it, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And towards the end, I was like, I ain't about this overtime, man. Like, the job's never gonna fucking finish. I'm doing the
So-
same thing. It's kind of
so-
like,
Also, I think it also plays a factor on if you're salary or hourly too.
right.
I think since I've been a salary most of my career way, I get paid regardless, fool. So I don't want to fucking work extra.
So that was my confusion, bro. And I think we had this conversation in the private. I get confused with salary a lot, bro.
Okay.
Right. So my understanding, my first salary job that I had an office. I was a office manager for insurance. My paycheck was there, bro. I didn't do a lot. I just made sure that things were done. I didn't submit a time card. I didn't do any of that, bro. It was just my paycheck was every 10th and every 3rd, something like that. My paycheck was clean. There was no track of breaks, nothing. The following salary job, it was like now I had to be there, but it was considered salary. But
You were
yet-
expected to be there.
yeah, I'm expected to be there, but if I'm not there, they cut back on the salary. So I'm like, wait, so is it salary?
Oh, I don't know about all that.
So they prorate it, bro. So let's say you come in between let's say a payroll schedule, they prorate it. You don't get your full salary.
Yeah. See, and then in some companies, you have salary and they pay you overtime. How does that work? Well, you work your 40 hours, and if you work anything past 40 hours, you get
You work
overtime.
overtime, yeah.
And then some companies like, no, you just work.
You just work to There's nothing ni más ni
Yeah.
menos.
So it's just that's what I'm saying. Depends. So now, going back to what's priority, if you're gonna work 12 hours, get paid the same. Why don't you just work your 8 hours? The job is gonna get fucking done regardless, or maybe not.
Yeah,
It's gonna be there.
right.
But I think it's also a it's a
But
it's a culture thing and a job is a
Right,
culture thing.
Right, I get what you're saying. My question is it important to you to get it done, or is it not important to you to get done? Because I
I
feel like
think-
that distinguishes
Yeah, for sure. No,
Right?
obviously you want to hit a goal. There's a goal.
wanting
To hit.
and doing it are two completely different things,
Yeah.
right?
Obviously you want to go into a job and do the best you can. I mean, I want to do that. I want to do the best I can. Obviously, right? You want to set a goal and hit the goal, and obviously that should be what drives you, essentially, while working, right? Because if
Right.
you're just going to just do shit and he's like, fuck, well, what's the goal? Or what am I doing? It's just like there's no end to
No.
it.
But going back to your perspective, when you said, well, it's 8 hours, like whether it's 8 hours or 12 hours, the job's
Yeah.
gonna get there or not.
There's difference between long-term goals, short-term goals, and there's the overall goal, right?
Right.
Short term is like, do I try to do this? I think you have to set goals because obviously, if you don't finish your job, I'm not gonna stay another fucking 12 hours to finish the job because I didn't get it done. Then you're not being efficient with your time either. If it's just so much work, you cannot fucking put so much on your plate and trying to finish everything when you're not gonna finish because there's gonna be more work still waiting for you.
Right.
That doesn't make sense. So that's why you bring yourself out. If you're gonna be like, oh yeah, I just got to stay because I gotta finish this, and finish this what? Once you finish it, there's some other shit coming waiting for you.
But the satisfactory feeling, bro. I think that's what you forget. The satisfactory feeling, like fuck, it got done.
No, I
Right?
feel like, oh shit, I did enough this today. Like fuck, I knocked this shit out a lot. I had a list, I knocked it out. That's good. Doesn't mean I fucking finished the overall goal. There's still a lot of fucking work to do.
No, but you go going back to what you said. You're having goals, right?
Yeah, you see your goal yourself. I mean, especially salary. If there's already work, fool. There's fucking work on morir, way. Obviously, I want to finish on the work, but I'm not gonna fucking finish it working 12 hours every day. I'm not gonna fucking break myself either.
Right.
You're gonna bring yourself out, and then afterwards, you know what? I'm fucking tired of this shit. You start losing motivation to do your job. Wait, why? Because you've been working so long, so many hours, and the shit's it's just endless. There's just endless work.
Mm-hmm.
So you gotta pace yourself, Because if you're gonna continue working 12 hours every day, like, dude, that's not life. And then, then you come out of work, and then you work some more on your house. What? Fuck that shit. I used to do that, fool. I'm talking because I used to do that.
Right.
And then shit then pop, and then these companies they don't care for you, to be honest. Some people say,
No,
like, no,
yeah,
hey,
I get
do
that,
it,
I
do
get
it.
that, I get that.
They'll fire your ass at any moment, bro. I learned it the hard way. And it's like, dude, I did all that. I
Right.
put in the extra fucking hours.
Uh-huh.
All that shit for what? Oh, you know what, dude? We're fucking cutting people off. You're
See, I don't think I don't know, bro. I think
because you never have
I
been
think
through
our
it.
what do you mean? I
You haven't been
did.
through it.
What do you mean I have?
Yeah,
Yes.
laid off and everything.
No, I that's a part way. I've never, because I think it's more of a I think that's my biggest fear.
Have you experienced it or no?
No. What you've seen about getting burned out, I've experienced that.
Oh yeah, no, I'm talking
Yeah,
about
yeah.
layoff. No, I'm talking
No.
about
See, but
going
that-
100% with the
right.
company and then they fire your ass.
Right, but here's the thing. The times where there has been layoffs within the organizations that I work with, I was always safe, bro.
That's good.
I was always safe, and they've always looked at my productivity
Yeah.
and the time that I put in.
Yeah.
It was never a like. And I remember when a lot of companies started to cut down in sizes, they would get furloughs, right? That's what they got, furloughs,
yeah.
where they'll give you whatever, right? A freaking package for you to
Mm-hmm.
go get. They would always say, we look into your productivity. If you were like the lowest, we have to cut you regardless of what your pay rate is.
Yeah.
We have to let you go. So I've always, actually, because I've always put the extra time, because I've always
Yeah.
finished my goals, because I've always, for my job way, I've always gone on and beyond. And I am
Above and beyond, even.
above and beyond. And thankfully, thanks to like what I've done at those times, bro, there's always been within the 1 year to 2 year promotion. It's never failed. That's why I got a manager at the office. That's why I got promoted as a lead, because I've always felt like I wanted to always be, to this day, I still want to be like a difference maker, right? Like, oh shit, this shit got done. Fuck, really? This shit got done? Oh shit, we didn't even know you worked on it. You know what I mean? And I feel like that kind of separates everybody. So whatever I put in, I always expect other people to put in, which they don't, right? They come 8 hours I'm out, so fuck this. Or they clock in like 2 minutes before, 3 minutes before, or they're packing up their stuff. I'm just like, dude, like, for me, that's not, you're not part of the team. You know what I mean? Because I work with groups where we're like, dude, let's hit this goal. We hit the goal, and it's just like, damn, it feels good. You know? I mean, did we get a bonus? No, but I feel like there's always good recognition after you put in the work. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but what about when you have like you put all that time
Mm-hmm.
and then they demote all the supervisors
Right.
and they put them to regular.
But see,
workers?
that's the thing. I've never been through that,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. That's
time-
what I'm
right,
saying.
Right. But the times that I've experienced that
Yes.
within like my colleagues,
I understand. Yeah.
it's because it was the people that had like super low performance, that didn't care,
Okay.
that
Well,
would
that's
leave early,
performance-based,
that would
performance-based.
call out,
Yeah.
that, like, right? So
There's,
okay,
obviously there's different comparisons.
right.
Compare the job for performance and just do your job. You know what I mean? I've been performance. I'm a supervisor for a fucking logistics company.
But Memo,
and that performance is
Memo.
key.
But if you've been management before, bro, and
Yeah.
like as a perspective from management, like if you have 10 people, you have 30 people, and 10 people are the ones that are going above and beyond. Who are you gonna cut off? Are you gonna cut off any of those 10 people?
No.
That's exactly my point, bro. I think that
Okay, but we're going based. Okay, but what about if they demote me and I have to get their job? Who am I gonna fucking get? My job or
that's
their
the
job?
thing. But that's the thing, bro. For my again, I don't know.
That's what I'm saying. Fool, it's
I've never had. I've
Exactly.
never gone demoted.
Exactly.
And two, I've never been. Hopefully, never happens. But I'm saying
Exactly.
I've experienced it to the point where I have people picking up the shit, or I just don't see people show up anymore.
Okay.
And I get a big ass email saying, "Hey, you know what? We have to let go people. We're going into a smaller organization, and there's people to go
Yeah.
based on performance." And I look
Oh,
at their
based on
numbers.
performance.
I look at their numbers. I look at this like, dude, all this time I told you, bro, just finish your task, bro. Just fucking put in extra 5 minutes. Ah, fuck that.
But
Fuck,
you're
I'm
going
here.
based on your experience, on what you've experienced, right? You're going based on your experience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what
yeah,
I'm
so
saying.
yeah,
That's what
yeah.
I'm saying. So I think there's more. I don't know how to say it.
No, no.
There's more that
I
meets
think-
the eye.
no,
There's more, right?
I think what your argument is that you're putting more time in thinking it's never going to happen to you because all the layoffs you've been and dealt with are all based on performance. That's what you're arguing with. You're saying that the only layoffs you've experienced
Mm-hmm.
and dealt with is based on performance. So your ideology is
No,
I'm working
hold on,
more
hold on.
hours because
No,
when the
wait. I'm not
performance
saying
is
that. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. I'm
So what are you saying?
I'm saying. Listen to what I'm saying. Wait. The companies that I work for, wait.
Yeah.
they've gotten smaller.
Of course.
Right? So who are you gonna let go? The person that worked only 8 hours, that they were scheduled to work 8 hours, or the person that worked 8 hours and a half, that did a little extra? Who are you gonna go ahead and let go?
Okay. And going back again, I hear what you're saying. You're going based on layoffs, based on performance.
They didn't get fired because they had a lower performance. I want you to understand that way.
They didn't get laid off because they had low performance?
No, they had the standard performance, but compared to the other people, they were the first ones to cut off. Way.
So is it performance or not performance, way? Is it performance or not performance, fool?
It's not performance. It's because the organization had to get smaller. Way.
You're saying that the people that did the minimum, that did their job,
That did your job.
and the efficient
were
as
the
possible,
ones that
and
got
that's
let
it.
go. Yes.
Okay. So your ideology is,
Yes.
okay, I'm gonna work more to be better numbers and put in more time, and it'll put in more effort, and that's why you didn't get fired.
Yes.
Okay. And going back again to what I said earlier, you're going based on performance. So you're saying, I'm going to work a little extra. I'm going to work a little more. Because my experience, people that work more, that done more of their job, that put in the time of their job, did not get cut.
Yes.
Okay. So what did I say before?
You're saying that they let go because they had low performance, because of their performance.
Okay.
No, they just had to cut. They just had to cut people. They had to cut. There was no funding. They had to cut people away.
Okay.
So who do you cut? The first people to cut? Those people. The ones that
people.
actually did their job. The 8 hours and the minimum job.
That's what I'm saying. I don't understand your argument. Fool. You're telling I'm telling you what you're telling me.
They cut people
The whole point
because
is-
they had to shrink
Bro,
the corporation.
that has nothing to do with anything.
No,
bro.
that has
Are
a
you
lot
guys
to do
making
with
sense what
it.
he's talking about? He doesn't understand what he's saying and what I'm trying to say. He's saying that if he works 12
No,
hours.
listen, no, listen. I'm saying that's my mentality, bro.
That's what I'm saying,
Making
bro.
a difference. No, making a difference in the team.
Okay, bro.
That was my.
It doesn't matter if, okay, making a difference in the team for you, what does it entail? What is for you making a difference in the team correlate in hours? Is it your minimum 8 hours? Is it less? Is it more? What is in making an effort in the team, making an impact in the team correlate to you?
I don't even think it has anything to do with time, bro.
Okay, so then you can tell me if I do my fucking time and do an impact on my job in 5 hours, I can leave the rest? Is that what you're telling me? You're telling me right now,
Right.
if I do an efficient job, I do the best job ever with the people that work in 8 hours, and I do that shit in 5 hours, I made it as efficient as possible. I pack my shit and say, where are you
If
going?
you're saying that you get the job done in 5 hours, or people do in 8 hours,
Yeah.
that's not. I don't think that's the thing, bro. I honestly don't think it's the thing.
Okay. Well, then open your mind a little bit more. I'm telling you. Because you said when people leave at their time, that shit triggers me. That shit, I feel like you're not being a team player. That's exactly what those are your words, right? So now, in theory, what you are arguing is you have to work more hours because
You have to get the job done.
the job. Oh, so you're telling me right now, you got your job done for this day, or you still have open orders for the next day coming in? Is that what
I'm
you're
not
telling
talking
me?
about that. I'm
No,
talking
no,
about my
telling
previous
you.
job.
Okay, the job. Okay, when you say the job done,
Yeah.
what does it mean to get the job done?
You have certain responsibilities,
Okay,
right? And you're not meeting those responsibilities
Uh-huh.
because you already accomplished 8 hours. You only get paid for 8 hours.
okay,
Screw that. I'm done with me. I did my way. I'm done.
okay. So now, hear what he's saying, and look what I'm gonna just tell him right now. So you can be like, he's not changing it up. So what you're telling me is, how many cases on your workload right now?
A lot.
Okay, what's a lot? Give me a number, fool.
A lot.
I need a
I
number.
don't remember.
Okay,
Let's say
300.
20.
Let's say 300 in his queue right now.
20. Let's say 20.
Now, no, 20 is doable. Wait, I'm talking about 300. And you,
No.
and your backlog.
You don't know what I do. You don't know what I do. I have 20. Everybody else has 40.
Okay,
Go.
20. And your pace is how many do you have to complete?
It's a case by case. It's not the same.
Okay. So if you're telling me if you do a case in 2 days, you're stuck with this case for 2 days, is that doing your job or not doing your job?
That is your job.
Okay. But you didn't close the case. You still have the case open. Is that doing your job or
bro,
not
are
doing
you
your job?
serious? No, bro, that's not the way it works, bro. That's not what I'm saying.
You're saying you have responsibilities to do, right? What is your
Yes.
job? To close that work order.
Yes.
Okay, that's your job.
Yeah.
If you close it in one day, it's good. Now, like you said,
If
some
I
work,
close
some
it,
work orders, some work orders.
if I close it in 3 days, I close it in 3 days.
Okay. But your main concern, your main job is to close the work orders, right? So why can't you close it in
My
one day?
job consists of a lot of stuff.
Okay. So why don't you close the work order in one day? Were you not being efficient as possible?
Many factors come into
Okay.
play.
So then that
I'm
day,
probably waiting for other people. I'm
Okay,
waiting for
okay.
the department.
So that
There's a
day-
lot of factors that come into
that
play.
day you didn't do your job way because your job is to close work orders way. That day,
That's not my job. I'm not a fucking delivery guy. That's not my job.
It's a perspective.
If
That's
it
what
is
I'm
a
saying.
perspective, but you're saying like, oh, if you can, no, there's a lot of factors that come into play.
You said that
bro,
person that dropped that said I'm leaving in hours because I finished what I gotta do.
Let's use the analogy, bro, of a case manager. All right.
Okay.
You have cases. You have a case manager.
Omar's
You need to-
arguing. Okay, Omar.
need
Let
to-
me just clear it up. Omar's arguing that if you do your 8 hours, or if you do your time, if you do your time, how are you supposed to? If you work 9 to 5, and you do your time, Omar is arguing that that's not okay.
Well,
Because
no.
you're
When
not-
did I say it's not okay? When did I say it's not okay?
You just said you were just arguing like
No.
no,
When did
people
I?
that-
When did I say? No, I didn't say that.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
I did not
Okay,
say that.
hold on. 9 to 5 is just a fucking saying of a job description that most people work 9 to 5.
Right.
That's just a description.
Right.
Omar is saying if you don't work more than your scheduled hours, you're not being a team player. Yes or no?
No.
You're not arguing that?
No.
You didn't say that.
No.
You didn't feel you feel some type of way of people that come
I
in.
didn't say I have to work more than 8 hours. I didn't say that. I just said you just gotta get the job done. And if it takes an extra 2 minutes, an extra 5 minutes,
An extra 2 hours. What?
you got done.
What about if this thing? You don't complete it in 12 hours? You still have to work a little more hours?
Bro, it's the effort.
Okay.
It's the effort.
Okay,
If you're talking about salary, bro, you just said it yourself. You're expected to get things done, right?
Exactly.
Exactly. So if you get
either
paid for
work your ass off and work fucking your. We're going based on the argument is Omar saying that people that get laid off are the ones usually that do do their job and that's it,
But-
which is 9 to 5. In his experience,
in my experience.
in his experience, people that gotten laid off are the people that work 9 to 5
Yes.
and that's it.
Okay, no, okay. So again, in my experience, the people that call out a lot, the people that show up late.
That's
the
in
peop-
any job.
No, but that's what I'm saying. Okay, bro. Hear me out.
There's different
Hear me out.
categories, we.
The people, hear me out. That's what I was telling you. The examples. If you have 10 people, you have 30 people, and 10 people are going above and beyond. Who are you gonna let go? Are you gonna let go any of those 10 people? No, right?
No.
Exactly my point. Who are you gonna let go? The people that call off, the people that show up late, the people that are slacking at work, the people that don't finish work. There's certain things that will make companies get rid of you if they need to get rid of you, right?
And
So my
that-
my thing was, hey, if I'm seeing this guy doing the extra effort,
Mm-hmm.
he's nowhere to be in my cutoff list, right? I think there was a
So now, that's almost perspective. Now you get a bigger company where there's been, because this is my first time dealing with that too. I've never been in a laid off situation,
right.
but I'm just telling you what happened in the situation I was in.
Right.
Got a big company, they had a layoff. There was a massive layoff. I was affected. What happened is supervisors, managers got demoted. So managers now became supervisors. Supervisors became regular workers. Now, I was only there for 5 years. You got people that have been there for 30, 40 plus years. Who are you going to let go? I was working 12 hours sometimes, putting the extra effort, doing the extra time, being a team player. Where did that come in play?
Memo.
No, I'm saying, where did that come in play?
Memo. Let's look at it from the outside perspective, right? Because when somebody presents their case, this is what I did, right? It's not about what they saw, and I think that kind of changes everything. If I go in and tell everybody a sob story about why I should be nominated for whatever thing, I'm gonna make my case. But when you look at the outside perspective, and I'm not saying anything to attack you in any way, shape, or form,
No,
bro.
wait, I don't feel
I'm just saying, bro. Based on my experience, even when people were demoted, right, the only way I could even consider like if we just fucking completely the Lithium brothers. I forgot the name. The Lithium brothers, right? From one day to another, everybody got let go, bro. There's no demoted. There's nothing. Everybody got demoted. So when there's big corporations, you try to keep your assets. You try to keep people that are gonna You might want to cut one for the team, but you're gonna try to keep them as much as possible. That's what I'm saying, bro. You're talking about a $1 trillion company that just went out of business from one day to another. When Lehman Brothers fell off, I just looked it up. They had $19.3 billion in market cap, right? They were like another Chase, another JP Morgan, right? Their stock fell off. And literally everybody got, like everybody...
I don't know. I think we're going to different.
No. When people showed up to work, they were like, "There's no company. There's no company anymore." As a matter of fact, we're not even gonna send you a check because there's no fucking money. That's literally what they told them.
Okay, so
And
what?
there's interviews of people like going to camera saying, "Hey, what happened? Like, I don't want to talk about it. Fuck this place." And they were talking shit because they got let go because they were putting so much hours. There was another company called Mary Lynch.
But what are you talking about?
But that's what I'm saying. There was another company called Mary Lynch who lost a lot of money too. And you know what happened? They cut off people, bro, and they kept the people that were making the money, the people that were saying, "Hey, this guy's gonna get a freaking salary cut, but we have to keep him. We can't let this people go." So when you look at big corporations, like you stated, that they cut off the lowest, even the people that meet their regular like responsibilities, bro. Those are the people that let go for the first. They let them go. So what I'm saying is, if you have a job and you have a responsibility, you have duties to take care of, and it only takes you 5 minutes, 30 minutes, or 2 minutes, of course, within,
Yeah, okay.
if you're on a salary, if you're on an hourly basis.
Making it seem like, okay, see, that's what I'm saying. Like, 2 minutes, 3 minutes. Okay, well, I don't think somebody's gonna be like fucking. You know what I mean? Like, that's okay. 2, 3 minutes is nothing crazy, way.
No, but no, that was my argument though, because there's people that I've worked with in the past that say, "I'm not gonna do it." I'm like, "Bro, just do it. Just turn it in, or just go print it out paper, or just go over there and check in, or whatever." I already did 8 hours. I already did my job. I'm out. All it took is for them to do that extra call,
Okay.
do that extra assignment, or do that extra paperwork, or whatever. It's like,
For what though? For what?
what do you mean for what?
Yeah, for what? That extra for what?
I truly believe that if they would have done that extra effort, I don't think they would have gotten laid off.
Again, based on your performance, based on the layoff that you went, right? Based on what you've dealt with, right?
But okay, forget what I've done. Forget what I've done.
Imagine you.
Put an outside perspective.
Wait.
I told you, wait, from an outside perspective.
Bro, but okay.
If you run a corporation, who are you going to get rid of? The people that do their minimum, or the people that actually go above and beyond for your company? Who are you going to let go?
Sometimes that doesn't even matter.
No, bro, but I'm asking.
Sometimes it
No.
doesn't even matter,
No.
fool.
Don't go outside the box, bro. Answer the question.
The people that perform more better.
You going to let them go?
No, they're gonna stay.
Exactly my point.
We're going based on performance again, fool.
But that,
We're
right.
going based on performance again. We keep going back to your basic. We're going back to performance again.
So you don't agree with me then? That's
No,
what you're saying.
I don't agree with
Okay,
you.
okay. Why is that?
What do you mean? Why is that?
Why is that? What? This is why I don't agree with you. This is how you start off.
Because I think there should be a work-life balance. If you're working more than 2 hours because you want to get the job done,
How you feel has nothing to do with the outside world. With
then why
the
are you asking
real
for my
world.
opinion? It's obviously how I feel about things.
No,
It's a personal
I'm
thing.
asking. No, I didn't ask you. How do you feel about my standpoint? I said, why don't you agree?
When the fuck did you say that?
You say
When
also
did
you
say,
don't
why
agree.
don't you agree?
You
I don't agree.
I said so. You don't agree? You're like, no, I don't. I'm like, why don't you agree? You're like, because I feel. I'm like, okay, remove feelings, move on. Why don't you agree?
Because based on what I've seen, based on what I've seen and what I've dealt with, it has nothing to do with performance. That's why. Personally with other people too. Nothing to do with performance. There's been top performers there and still got laid off. That's why I'm saying I don't agree with you, way. You could be a top fucking performer and still get fucking laid off. And then what? Yeah, you did all those fucking hours. You did all those fucking times. For what? You still got laid off? Then what? That's what I'm saying. Now imagine you. 2 extra time. A little extra when they almost sabes que. Damn, bro. We had to fucking cut fools off. You're the one that's
Right.
being here the least. You gotta
I hear
get
what
a
you're saying, bro. I hear what you're saying. You don't agree because based on your experience.
Exactly.
But I'm saying, from an outside perspective, bro, you're running a corporation.
Again, we're doing the same shit over and over with. I just told you, best performers got laid off. It has nothing to do with performance. What I've dealt with.
But I'm not talking about your experience, way. You're not listening, bro. I said I know you disagree.
You're asking me
based on your experience. Now I'm asking you from an outside perspective.
Okay, that's over perspective.
Not
Outside
based on how you
perspective,
feel, not
okay.
based on your experience.
Okay.
If you had to cut down jobs, who would you cut down first?
Can we?
So
I
then
just
that
told
makes my
you.
argument. Like, yes, it's based on performance. It's based on not putting the effort. It's based on not going above and beyond.
You're going based on what you're thinking. With.
You're saying this is what you're saying. This is to simplify.
There's
This,
been
I know this is
people performing
this is what
at
you're
its highest.
okay,
that's
but
gotten laid off.
this is what yeah, and CEOs get rid of, they fucking get kicked out of companies all the time, bro.
What is
Disney's a plain example. This is what you're saying to simplify this. I don't agree with you, but yet if I had to make the decision, I'm going based on what you're saying. That's what you're saying, dude.
You're telling me going based on high performance. What about if it wasn't going based on high
I'm
performance?
not going based on high performance.
You're asking
I'm
me?
going based off.
Bro, you're telling me, who are you gonna cut off? People that have good performance.
And you're saying that, and you're not saying.
You're asking me on performance.
If I had, no, I didn't ask you performance.
Okay, ask me the question
asked
again.
you. I asked you.
Ask me the question again.
I asked you, who would you cut off? Your company, who would you cut off?
Then okay, if it was my company,
Yes.
I would have to see. What makes sense for the business?
What are you gonna say? Wait. What are you gonna see?
What makes sense for the business?
you gonna-
Fool? What makes sense for the
Okay,
business?
and what is that entitled
I don't
to?
know. I have to. Fool, you can't ask me these fucking questions.
Performance. You prove my point, bro. You just don't want to say it's based on performance. It's based on attitudes. Based on all that. It plays
Not
a
all the
huge
time,
factor,
fool. Not
bro.
all the time, fool.
Okay.
What about if you have a good attitude? What about you have some fucking fool that has great performance but doesn't fucking be with the team? The fucking morale is always a fucking cancer to the fucking to a corporation. Let his ass fucking go. He has a high performance, but he's fucking making everybody amargado with his fucking attitude, always walking out, mopping around, talking shit to everybody. Why the fuck would I want him there? Because he has high performance. Fuck the high performance. He's fucking up the morale of the team. Get the fuck out of here.
Yeah, and that's fair.
So then it's not a performance way. There's different cases with different things. So you can't give me a fucking scenario and just say,
Okay, you're right,
performance.
right.
No,
right,
there's a lot of things that they're entailed.
Okay, if you're dealing with this asshole, right? But he's making you 1.2 million. Are you gonna get rid of him? He transformed a department from 1 million to 10 million. Are you gonna get rid of him?
Scenarios, fool. Okay, no,
bro,
okay. Let me tell you. Okay, let me flip it around.
You're saying,
let me flip it around, fool. That one person is fucking making 1.8 million and fucking runs another department of other 10 people. The other 10 people, they don't fucking work as efficient because he's a fucking asshole. I'm not gonna fucking work for that asshole that's making 1.8. Yeah, he's making 1.8 million. These are fucking.
But guess what? I'm keeping the 1.8 asshole.
Okay. Let me tell you. Okay, relax, fool. Now. You switch that 1.8 million for somebody that maybe doesn't do 1.8 million, maybe gets $1 million, but trains everyone fucking else to make $1 million. What are you gonna fucking do now? Get another fucking 5 million or get that making 1.8 million way? What are you gonna choose in your perspective in your fucking business owner way? What are you gonna do? Still keep that asshole?
I think I would, bro.
Okay, well, that's what I'm saying.
I think I would. I know, honestly.
Will you guys choose someone that's making 1.8 million for your fucking corporation or someone that's making you 5 million for your corporation? What do you choose? Because he's gonna choose 1.8 million all the time.
Why wouldn't you? It's one guy that's making 1.8 million.
So so one guy makes 1.8 million, or 5 person that make you $1 million, or $1 million to $1 million too. You serious? I mean, if you're serious, that's fast.
Well, yeah, I mean, it's based on ROI, but
his business saying that if one person is making you 1.8 million,
it's based on return on investment, bro. That's how
you start doing okay.
No, because you're saying, oh, well, the other people make 5 million. We're like, yeah, well, how much am I spending for that 5 million?
That's what I'm saying.
How much am I spending for that 5 million?
How much are you spending for that 1.8? Wait,
it's only one guy.
Okay, so you better have that one guy work for 1.8 million and risk having 5 million because you want to keep that one person with 1 million, right? 1,800,000. You rather risk that one person and get rid of everybody else.
I think I would.
Okay, well, that's his shit. If you guys think that having a person running 1.8 million that could have 5 people running million each, I guess I would take that every day and have a fucking better morale in the company, having better attitude in the company than having that one asshole that brings high performance.
Okay, let's talk about that. All these companies in San Francisco have great morale, have open freedom.
Open freedom, what does that mean?
They go in whenever they want, and they're not efficient. And what happened? What happened to the bank? What happened to the bank 2 days ago?
I don't know. What
They
happened?
went broke.
What bank?
Done.
What bank?
It was a Silicon Valley bank. They went broke.
Okay.
That's what I'm saying. So it's about efficiency and it's about your return on investment.
Google has the same concept. Are they broke? They're broke too. There's one thing of being know how to manage things,
right?
And one thing of not knowing how to manage things.
Right. Yeah.
There's multi-billion-dollar companies that have that same concept and they're running efficiently. So you just can't pinpoint one fucking thing that's a downfall because it's a relaxed environment. That's not how it works. If you don't know how to manage it, that's on you. That's on the CEO. That's on the management. What's your argument?
My argument is that you have to look at your return on investment. That's all.
I guess. Anyways, this was a fucking white podcast. I hope you guys enjoyed it. It was a pretty good topic about working more
I
than
don't know
12
what
hours.
the fuck we fucking talked about.
That's good. I think it's about perspectives of things of working too many hours or working just your hours that you're.
Yeah,
your
what do you
duties.
guys think? Do you guys fuck that? Anybody's replaceable, which is true. Anybody's replaceable. You're right. But there's some people that are not replaceable.
Like?
I truly believe in that.
Okay. That's what one more say. That's what I say. This is White Podcast. Thank you again for catching you guys on the next.
Peace.
Peace.